So, in the spirit of Kevin Conroy, I am going to do my wholesaler trade segment about the DC animated universe and my personal collection of DC animated universe. So the idea here is we're going to look at these items very much as a person looks at stocks. Should you hold? Should you sell? Should you trade? Because I'm not going to buy this stuff since I already have it, right? If you're looking at the stock market, it's hold, sell, or buy. So I'm trying to look at my collection as hold, sell, or trade. I've recently started to sell items from my collection, and I'm going to continue to do that. And so I'm going to show you my collection from the DC animated universe, which of course Bruce Timm was very much a part of. So let's get into some special items here. So most of the stuff I'm going to show is I took pictures of it. Some of the pictures are of varying quality, but I'm going to show you some of the personal items I have right here, right now, from the DC animated universe. And I have some really special items, I think. So here's a good one. Batman, the Case of the Missing Egg. Look at that. Look at that. So this is a children's book. It's one of those children's books that has the little sounds on the side. Some people that are younger may not even remember this stuff. But anyway, this is a children's book, and it's really cool. The artwork is really good inside. Actually, I'm curious who's credited here. It's adapted. Art by Howard Post and Oscar Fernandez. So it's not actually Bruce Timm's artwork, but just it's really interesting. It's a children's book, and I think it's actually pretty rare because I haven't seen a lot of people trying to sell this. So buy, hold, or sell. What do you guys think? This is Batman, the Case of the Missing Egg. Buy. Well, not buy, but hold, sell, or trade. I've already got it, so I need to buy it. Although you could say, hey, you need more. But anyway, hold, sell, or trade on this book. And I've got more. I've got more books. This one is really interesting to me. This is a Batman animated series pop-up book. And it's still sealed in the package. You can probably see it's still sealed. Still sealed. So this is a pop-up playbook, Batman the Animated Series. It's still sealed. You can see the glistening off it. The artwork is really cool. Very classic, even though this is from the Batman Animated Series. It reminds me of the 1950s style. Look on the back. It's got all the character profiles. And look at this. This is what it would look like if I took it out of the package. This reminds me a lot of my dad. My dad loved this kind of stuff. These pop-up books. He made me a paper village, which was supposed to be Disneyland. I remember he did that for me as a kid. But look at that. So hold, sell, or trade on the pop-up book of Batman the Animated Series. Sealed in the original package. Sealed. What's the original price there? There you go. $8, $7.98. That's the original price on this thing. What do you guys think it would go for now? Buy, hold, or sell? One of my prized possessions. Now, this is one that I'll tell you right off the bat. I don't think I could ever sell this. I've mentioned Bruce Timm is like my favorite artist besides Alex Ross. I'm a man of contrast. So I like super cartoony and super realistic. This is Batman animated. Look at the back. Isn't that great? Bruce Timm and Paul Dini, the two men who made the DC animated series. This book is freaking amazing. Okay. Freaking amazing. I don't want to ruin it, but just look at this because I love this. I love this version of Harley Quinn, the real Harley Quinn, not the stupid live action crap. This one. Look at that. This book is awesome. Awesome. So this is part of my collection, Batman Animated, the DC Animated Universe. Very, very cool stuff. Okay. So let's get into the toys of my personal collection. Let's get into it because I have a lot. So one thing I wanted to talk about is displaying your figures. So one of the reasons I'm doing wholesale or trade, and one of the reasons I'm now a dealer, in essence, I just got my tax license. I was recently at the Mesa Convention Center with the toy show there. I'm planning to go to the Tucson toy convention in March, and I'm looking at some other events in between because now I have my tax license. And so I'm trying to liquidate some of my stuff, but I also want to hold on to stuff because I'm still a collector. I don't want to just be a dealer. I'm still a collector. So I wanted to show folks how I collect, how I display, and the conundrum that I have in the fact that I live in a limited space. I don't live in a big, huge house, and I can't display all the stuff that I have. In fact, I'm going to show you some of the stuff that I have that's actually displayed in my house and some of the stuff that's in boxes. So that's going to be part of this for wholesaler trade DC Animated Universe. So take down the banner and let's take a look. Oh, here we go. Okay. So I live in the master bedroom of my house. Okay. And this is above the door that goes to my bathroom. So you can see what I have there. This is probably one of the best examples of my displays, okay? Because there's a theme here. The theme, of course, is women. So you've got Hawkgirl, you've got Supergirl, you've got Wonder Woman, you've got Batgirl, and you've got Batman with Catwoman. So this is one of the few displays I have in my house that actually makes some sense. It's going to get worse from here, guys. It's going to get worse from here, guys and gals. Anyway, this is how it's displayed in my house. Okay. So we got Hawkgirl from the Justice League. Cool figure. By the way, I've never been a big fan of either Hawkgirl or Hawkman. I did enjoy Black Adam. No spoilers, but you know, Hawkman is in Black Adam, and that was cool. But anyway, I've got Hawkgirl, and I kind of wonder why I even got Hawkgirl because I've never really liked Hawkman or Hawkgirl. I think maybe I just bought it because I found it, but I've got Hawkgirl on my super heroine aisle, if you will. Supergirl. Let's talk about this. Let's talk about Supergirl. Hold, sell, or trade. Supergirl was not released in North America, as I understand. I know I had to special order this when it came out because the Superman animated series, they had some problems with the toy line. I know that. And as I recall, I had to special order this. So this is Supergirl in the package. She's got the armor, the anti-kryptonite armor, I think is what it was in the Superman animated series. So buy, hold. Well, not buy. Why do I keep saying buy? Hold, sell, or trade Supergirl, because I'm pretty sure this was not released in North America. I know I had to special order it. I think this is a special item. We got Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman from the Justice League. Obvious reasons I would buy this. I'm a DC guy. Wonder Woman, Batman, Superman. Anything I can get from that, I'm going to go after. So this is the Justice League version of Wonder Woman. Very cool figure. Part of my collection. Part of my super heroine collection. Batgirl. This is the Batman and Robin Duo Force Batgirl. I think this is the only Batgirl I have in my collection, which is kind of crazy. I'm a fan of Batgirl. especially the real Batgirl, Barbara Gordon, the daughter of the commissioner. Gosh, wasn't Batman and Robin so wrong? Didn't they kind of do Alicia Silverstone wrong and make her the niece of Alfred? Really? I'm an Alicia Silverstone fan. I grew up during that era. And I'm just like, seriously? She's the niece of Alfred? No, no. Barbara Gordon is Barbara Gordon, the daughter of Police Commissioner Gordon, who, by the way, is an original character that was in the original appearance of Batman before Robin, before Alfred, before everybody. Anyway, this is my one and only Batgirl figure. So hold, sell, or trade Batgirl. Like and comment below. And we've got the last on the aisle. I've got Batman with Catwoman. Now, this Catwoman is really interesting because this is one of the later versions of Catwoman. And I don't know what I think about Catwoman specifically, but this combo is really cool, don't you think? So this is Batman versus Catwoman, which is like, really? Batman loves Catwoman, right? We all know that. Even in the Adam West series, the sexual tension between Batman and Catwoman was always obvious. And I like that. That might have been, by the way, I'd be curious if anybody wants to comment. Was that the original idea? Was it the Adam West series that established the sexual tension between Catwoman and Batman, or did that happen in the comics? I would love to know the answer. But anyway, this is a great figure. Hold, sell, or trade Batman versus Catwoman. Let me know. Comment below. So here's another one of my displays. One of the reasons I'm doing this is because I'm not displaying my figures the way I think I should be. A lot of this stuff is in boxes, but this is above my closet in my bedroom. Okay. So we've got a lot of Batman Beyond, and we've got some of the other Batman animated series toys, and we've got like, what is it, Imaginext, like the Fisher Price version, and then we've got this oddball version here. Anyway, this is something I actually have displayed in my room. So we've got the Jokers, right? This is the big Joker, as I just say. This is a pretty cool looking. Like I said, Batman Beyond is weird to me because I just don't believe Batman would give up. I think Batman would have died. I don't think he would have given up and just be an old man. So that said, I love the visual aesthetic of this big guy from Batman Beyond and the little Joker guy. And it's in the box. I almost think like I should take it out of the box and display this in a different way, right? But anyway, hold, sell, or trade for the big Joker's big guy, as I call him. Here's a cool one. Mr. Freeze Insectoid. Okay. For anybody that watched the new Batman animated series, we've got Mr. Freeze when he's just basically a robot, a disembodied head, basically. This was really creepy. This is one of the areas where I saw the new Batman adventures actually look really good. Because for the most part, I don't like it. Like, I'll go back to the Catwoman. I don't like this Catwoman as much as I liked her in the animated series. But this Mr. Freeze is really good. So, hold, sell, or buy on hold, sell, or trade. Apologies. Hold, sell, or trade on Mr. Freeze insect version. And we've got the leader of the Jokers here. This is also part of my personal collection. Again, hold, sell, or trade on the leader of the Jokers. He comes with his own little motorcycle hovercraft thing. It's really cool. Very, very, very cool. And the last one there in that area that I have a picture of is the Mission Masters Riddler. This is another one that I did not like, the new Batman Adventures version of Riddler. I actually have in my collection the more classic Batman animated series version of him. But I like the vehicle. The vehicle is really cool. You see how it's like a question mark? You can actually see it better on the card stock than you can on the actual figure because I got some glare when I took the picture. But yeah, this is the Mission Masters Riddler, and I actually have it displayed in my room. Actually displayed. Here's another oddball I have. This is the Superman piggy bank. And by the way, there's money in this thing. I think this is so cool. This is, of course, from the Superman animated series of the same era, or well, just shortly after the Batman animated series, which I love. I have DVDs of this. And this is a piggy bank, and I still use it. I put spare change in this thing. Speaking of piggy banks, and speaking of display, I should say display like Junkman says it instead of like display. There you go. I was going into my kids' room because a lot of my stuff is actually in my kids' room. And here's something that they have displayed in their room. It's the Brave and the Bold version of Batman with Selena Kyle with Catwoman. And Catwoman is a piggy bank. Well, so is the Batman, by the way. They're both piggy banks. So these are my kids' piggy banks, and I gave this to one of my kids. This is Catwoman, and by the way, Catwoman and also Superman. If I remember right, they both came from the Warner Brothers store. So hold, sell, or trade Catwoman and Superman piggy banks. And then as I was in my kids' room, I saw this, which I thought was really kind of fun. This is a display of some kind of generic Legos. They're not real Legos. Actually, there's an army man. There you go. Army man, police officer. So we got these police with Batman. That's the Imaginext, I think they call it. It's kind of like a children's line. So I just thought this display was kind of fun. One of the issues I have is that I can't display all the things that I have. But this is in my kids' room. And we've got Batman, with these police officers, these generic Legos that aren't real Legos, and then one of these army man police officers, which I thought is very appropriate, don't you think? Because Batman does work with the police. He really does. So showing you again what I display. This is one of the displays in my room on the top of my bookshelf. And you can see all sorts of random stuff here, right? But of course, we're talking about Batman. We're talking about the DC animated universe. So I got to talk about my Batman 10-inch figure. 10-inch. This scale is weird, isn't it? Those of you that might collect this, you understand it. The rest of us, or the rest of you, do not. Because we always think of like 3.5 inch. We think of 12-inch. This is a 10-inch figure. This was part of a Justice League collection. I got the Batman, and he's in the box and in all his glory. And there you go. Now, here's something you guys, I think, will really like. This is farther down. So this is the top of the bookcase, right? Got the Batman. If you go further down the bookcase, you get this. You get this. So this is displayed in my room. These are kind of crown jewels for me in my collection. I don't know what they're worth at this point, but we've got the animated Superman. We've got Harley Quinn. We've got Nightwing in the 12-inch format in the animated style. Again, hold, sell, or trade. What do you guys think? Let's be honest. These are crown jewels for me. But here's the problem. Here's the problem. Right behind these three figures that you can't see, I got this. I got the Joker. I got Supergirl. I got Batman. Right behind these three figures. So this is the problem. How do I display these things? Like, I don't have a lot of room, but these are great figures, don't you think? And by the way, I'm also thinking in my head, like, why isn't Harley Quinn with the Joker, right? That's crazy, right? That's crazy that Harley Quinn's not with the Joker, but There's not much rhyme or reason to the way I display things, which is one of the reasons I'm doing this hold, sell, or trade. I got to liquidate some of this stuff because I'm not doing it appropriately. So the rest of the stuff you're going to see is all in boxes. So these are my displays. They're not great, right? I got this above my bathroom. Again, I have the master bedroom. So I got this. What else I got? I got this. Got that, right? And I got this. You know, that's above my closet. So yeah, I'm not doing well on the display, as Junkman would say. I'm not doing that great on that. So here we go. And by the way, these 12-inch figures, I really want to ask people, what do you guys think? What do you think I could get for them? Is it time to sell this stuff? Should I hold on to it? Is it only going to go up? Or do you guys want to trade something better? I don't know if I would trade this stuff, to be honest with you. These are really cool figures. I might have a little bit of emotional attachment to these ones, but I'm not displaying them properly. So if you guys have some suggestions about how to display this stuff, let me know. Comment below, as they would say. So the rest of the stuff I'm going to show you is in boxes. And that's one of the reasons that I'm doing this segment. That's one of the reasons that I've decided to liquidate a lot of my collection. Wholesaler trade, DC Animated Universe. If I can't display this stuff properly or at all, what's the point? How am I going to enjoy this? For those of you that are into reserved investments, which I am, he talks about this a lot. If you don't have an emotional attachment, you got to sell when the market is up. And I think he really gets it because he's more of a mature investor. And I've got so much stuff in boxes, and I'm going to show it to you right now. And it would be so awesome if Reserved Investments ever checked out my channel. If anybody knows Reserved Investments, let him know. Hey, I'm out there. I'm trying to learn from him and say, hey, let's look at these things as a real commodity instead of so emotional, which I am emotional, right? I mean, Kevin Conroy just passed. So, I am emotional about this stuff a little bit, that's my Batman. So these are on boxes. So we got Bane. This is Bane from the Adventures of Batman and Robin. You can see the blister card is very simple. Really, really simple. You would think, in my mind, when I looked at this, I thought this was from the first part of the Batman Kenner line from the animated series. But no, this is the Adventures of Batman and Robin, which came later. And these things are really simple. Here's the back of the card. So you can see they have the other figures. Of course, there's 1,000 Batman figures. Kenner did this a lot where they had 1,000 Batman figures. That's something I don't like, but this Bane is cool. This Bane is cool. We've got Harley Quinn. This is a prized possession for me. I remember I had to special order this from a website back in the day because I could not find this figure in the stores. This is from the Adventures of Batman and Robin. So it's not the first phase, but this is my Harley Quinn. This is definitely my Harley Quinn. The new versions I'm not into as much as this one. This is the Harley Quinn I like. The original Harley Quinn from the animated series. Here's the back. You can see the little punching bazooka she has. Very cool accessories. And by the way, this is true Kenner, not Kenner now that's bought by another company. This is real Kenner. Got the Joker, Mr. J, The Adventures of Batman and Robin on the pogo stick. Again, this to me looks very much like, isn't this part of the first series? No, this is part of the Adventures of Batman and Robin. I don't think I have any of the figures from the original, the original line. the Batman animated series before it became the Adventures of Batman and Robin. But again, hold, sell, or trade. The Joker on the pogo stick. Here's the back of the card. Yeah, this is a great figure. Great figure. Great figure. And speaking of the Joker, this one's really awesome. This is the Joker gangster, as I call him. He's got the Tommy machine gun. He's got the dynamite. This is a really cool figure. This is, again, from the Adventures of Batman and Robin. You can see the back of the card. Again, hold, sell, or trade the gangster Joker, And keeping along this, I guess I do have a figure from the actual original line. So this is Batman, the animated series. I didn't realize that. This is Killer Croc. And great figure. You see he actually comes with a crocodile. I didn't realize he was actually Batman animated series until I was just looking at it right now. And I took pictures of this stuff earlier. Here's the back of the card. You can see him like he's kind of wrestling with Batman. But Killer Croc, and this is apparently I do have some from the original line, the first wave of Batman the Animated Series. So again, hold, sell, or trade. What do you guys think? Killer Croc. What do you think? And we got Mr. Freeze from the Duo Force from the Adventures of Batman and Robin. I personally prefer. Well, I don't know. Do I prefer the Insectoid version? I don't know, but this is a really cool. Mr. Freeze is really awesome in all the versions of the Batman animated series. Okay, so this is from the Adventures of Batman and Robin. This is the Duo Force line. The Duo Force had like a real gimmick to it. You can see it better on the back of the card. You see how they were trying to do these vehicles, and it was weird, and they would combine, and they were doing some weird stuff at Kenner. But the figure itself is awesome. By the way, this is in a box. This is sitting in a box in my house. It's not on display, or as Junkin would say, it's not on display, which is one of my problems. That's why I'm doing this. Like, hold, sell, or trade Mr. Freeze Duo Force. We've got Mr. Ra's al Ghul. Ra's al Ghul from the Adventures of Batman and Robin. Very interesting blister case because it's like really tight. I don't know if you can tell in this picture, but it's really tight. All his accessories, got a lot of accessories. Here's the back of the card. You can see the back of the card. Ra's al Ghul is a classic character. He's obviously the main person in Batman Begins. Spoiler alert, I guess. Well, no spoiler alert. They say it's Ra's al Ghul, but yeah, here you go. Ra's al Ghul from the Batman animated series. Hold, sell, or trade Ra's al Ghul. Let me know in the comments below. And the Riddler. The Riddler Duo Force. This is the Riddler I like. This is the Riddler style from the classic series. Very, very cool. He's got, and by the way, I was mentioning earlier, like the Duo Force had these gimmicks, right? These vehicles. Look at the back of the card. Like they have this combiner thing that Robin and I think that's Batgirl. You can see them. They have like a combiner vehicle. But this vehicle is actually pretty cool. It's a helicopter with question marks on top of it. And this is my Riddler, more so than the Riddler from the New Adventures of Batman. I love this version of the Riddler. Very, very cool. And I think the vehicle complements him too. So it's gimmicky, but it's cool. I really like this one. So again, hold, sell, or trade the Riddler from the Adventures of Batman and Robin. Speaking of the Riddler, this is a unique item, I think, because I don't see this. I don't see people talking about this. This is a squeeze light. And by the way, I tested this thing, and I really want to reach out to the toy community. How do you guys deal with electronic toys in package? How do you deal with electronic toys in package? Because the problem is, of course, if I open this thing, I'm going to ruin the package and it's going to take away from the value. But if the battery blows up, it's going to destroy the toy, right? And it will never light up again. So what do you folks think? First of all, hold, sell, or trade. But how do you deal with electronic toys in package? What's the best way to deal with this? Because I tested this thing and the light doesn't work anymore. In contrast, my Too Faced squeeze light does still work. But again, it's just a matter of time before it doesn't work anymore. So let me know, how do you guys deal with toys, vintage toys that have batteries in them? By the way, I don't even know if either one of these things I could even replace the battery because they're squeeze lights. They're very gimmicky. But by the way, look at the card backs. These are neat, right? These are neat. And look at the back. This is the back. I don't have the Robin or the Batman, but you can see there's Robin, Batman, Two-Face, and Riddler. These are squeeze lights. Again, hold, sell, or trade on the Adventures of Batman and Robin squeeze lights. And how do you deal with toys in package that have batteries? Especially things like this, because I don't think there's a good way to replace them. I think you'd have to cut the toy or something because they're squeeze lights. They're very gimmicky. They're very unique. Hold, sell, or trade my Riddler, my Two-Face squeeze lights. What do you guys think? And so I'm getting to the end. This is probably the crown jewel. This is the thing that's going to say, hey, Eric, you need to hold on to this stuff. And as Junkman would say, and display them. Or do a display. And yeah, this is the big question, folks. This goes beyond hold, sell, or trade for those that are collectors. This is the Batcave. This is the Batcave. I have it complete in box. Complete in box. I've never opened it. But wouldn't this be so great to display my Batman collection, my DC animated collection? Look at this. Look at the glory of the Batman Batcave. And the box. I'm showing you pictures of the box because this thing is still sealed, okay? By the way, it does not come with the Batmobile. Wish it did. But if you notice, you got an Alfred figure here. It does come with Alfred, which Alfred is the unsung hero of Batman to me. But these other figures doesn't come with. By the way, I really wish I had the Commissioner Gordon figure because I'm a big fan of Commissioner Gordon. And I feel like I do have that Robin figure somewhere, but I couldn't find it. So I guess I don't. I guess I don't have a Robin figure. But you can see, like, you've got Batgirl. My Batgirl is a Duo Force. It's not this one. It's got classic Batman. Got Robin, Commissioner Gordon. And again, Alfred is in the package. And you can see in these little windows here, like they've got Two-Face. They got Poison Ivy. I can't see the other ones. I blow them up a little bit. No, it's Alfred and Batman. But yeah, this is cool, right? Let's be honest. And the big conundrum I have is, should I take it out of the package